spent $58,674 worth of Frost Stars in Whiteout Survival in 209 days. I'm going to do a little more spending tonight. I'm going to be on Kasha's Wish House. I'm going to say Kasia again because I said Kasia all last night, which is the way the game pronounces it, and I got horrible luck. So tonight, it's all about Kasia. So let's see if my luck is different tonight. But before we do that, let's look at the rest of the game and see what we got going on. Let's first check out the event schedule. Here's what we got going on. We got Dreamscape Memories last day, Kasha's Wish House last day. We got fishing coming up in the couple days, distant future. We have the Tundra Trade Station coming in, and then the standard rotation, including, Canyon Clash and Wild Brawl and the internal castle. We have been talking about Brother in Arms a little bit. It is, our state is doing it the way they're doing it. I'm not going to really partake much because I'm a state leader. I don't want us to have a bad reputation as a state. There are some alliances that are probably going to get hit, but they're not doing it. I guess the way I'm going to say it is we don't do it particularly aggressively. Like, we tell everyone, make sure you bubble up. If you're not bubbled up, you're presumed to be inactive. And that's really what Brother in Arms is kind of meant to do anyways. It's meant to purge people who aren't playing the game. I'm convinced that's why the developers put it in here in the first place. So it's a way to kind of purge out power and players that aren't really contributing to the state much, or they're inactive, or that type of thing. So anyways, that's how that's going down. I'll get my points from Brother in Arms as a result of holding Castle, which we don't want to do too long. It's in the United States. It's 4th of July weekend, which means I have Friday and Monday off, which means, actually, let's take a quick little segue, which means I'm going to have some time to work on my second project here, where I'm starting this new podcast. Now, I'm going to be recording a trailer for the podcast soon. I know I've been saying that, but I've just been super busy, and I have been sick as well. But I'm getting all the recording set up for that. It's a different recording workflow. It's a different kind of pipeline because it takes a little bit more effort to produce a podcast well. It's not just getting on the camera and recording. It's also making sure you prepare for guests. I use a different kind of camera setup and have a torso shot and all this type of stuff. So I've got all that workflow, working out in addition to getting all the assets set up, like making sure I have the right recording software and the whole pipeline. I'm working on getting a custom intro for the show in terms of music, working with a producer for that as well. So this is going to be my next kind of passion project. It's something I really want to do because I've heard a lot of stories from players in the game, and I really want to connect the people part of the game. I want this game has an amazing social aspect, and Kingshot does as well. So those two communities especially, but any other communities are welcome as well once the show gets going. Essentially, I've seen people with all types of different interesting stories. Some of them inspirational, some of them very stressful and traumatic. But I want to bring those people together, give them a forum to tell their story, and I'm going to make it as anonymous as you want it. I'll figure out a way to make it as anonymous as you want it. So I haven't got a lot of submissions on these. I know we're just getting going. Tell other people about it. If you have somebody who's got a story that is worth sharing, please tell them about it. I really want to connect with the people behind the screen, basically, and to get some of these stories out there, because I think it'll be fascinating for other people to hear some of these stories and the stuff we deal with, and people who've been around the game for a long time. Like, you're the veterans. Like, come forward and tell some of these stories so that we can learn from them. Especially if you're a veteran, you probably know what works and what doesn't, and you've been through some stuff before. And if you're a veteran and you've been through the stuff, like, help the other people understand, how to navigate some of these situations, what worked for you and what didn't, any regrets you have or ways you would handle the situation differently, any aspect of it, or a positive story, like you met a lifelong friend or found your partner on Whiteout Survival due to the social aspect. The social part of the game is is amazing to me. I always am impressed by it, and the cultural differences, like this mashing of cultures and backgrounds, and put that all in the context of tribalism with multiple people from different alliances making decisions that are always not necessarily the best decision just because they have loyalty to their tribe and stuff. Just a fascinating kind of angle to the gaming part of this, and I think we can really bring the human stories forward. So please make sure you submit a story, or if you're uncomfortable submitting a story, drop me a personal message. Come and join the Discord. The link's in the video description. Come and join the Discord. Find me on Discord. Have a conversation with me about why you want to tell a story, but you're a little uncomfortable. And that way I can figure out if there's a way for me to tune this message so that I can attract more people who are willing to come forward. But all you got to do is click that little share your story, and all the details will be there. And don't be too analytical about it. If you just want to hit record and just say what you want to say, just go ahead and do that too. Like, there's a lot of instructions on there and some tips and stuff. That's just some tips. don't be too analytical about it. Just come on there, hit record, and tell me your story, and it'll be okay. I'm not gonna, I'll try to do my best to be as anonymous as we can. Put a little note in there for me if you want to. So let's see. That's all we got for the event section. King of Ice Field. What this is going to be tonight, I've got some things I can do for speed ups, but basically I'm going to do some more essence stones. So that's what we're going to do for King of Ice Field to get some points on the board tonight. Let's see. As you can hear, I'm still getting over this cold, but let's get into the standard section here. We got the Artisan's Trove for Chief Gear. I'm going to do this at the Sublime level just a little bit, just because up to the $35 mark. I feel like the $35 mark is about where the efficiency drops off a little bit in terms of, value and stuff like that. And, just at least putting some in the tank towards that, I feels like is always a good play, because these are the events that are always going to be there, and just getting something in the tank for them is worth it. I got a couple more days on this, so I'll wait. The tech research, I was thinking about buying this out. I did some homework. I was looking at where I'm at. I think I'm actually looking good on the speed up. So, I bought it up to the $35, up to the, $20 mark, which is $35 in. Now we get the Hall of Chiefs pack as well, which is technically speaking a little bit better value, especially because these are general speed ups. So I'm going to buy this because I do need the speed ups for different things. I'm going to buy this up to the $35 or $20 mark as well. So that's a total of $35 all in on that. Just again, for kind of the same reason. It's like, it's a decent value up until that point where things start dropping off, at least, for getting, the VIP points and stuff like that. But I genuinely need the speed ups anyways. So I did these all up to the $20 mark. So that's all $35 in across the board. I'm not going to worry about these ones. I don't think there's much value for me in there. And then we'll take the daily deals. See if we can get lucky. 7. All right. That's better than no luck. And we'll make these claims. And then we'll get out of this section here. Yeah. And we're done with that for today. So now let's get into the deal section. Oh, we got a crystal reactivation again. Well, let me work this right to left. Let's see what we got going on. Put those in the bank again. Dead shot. Make that claim. Sign in and earn it. Make the claim. Journey Treasures is almost done. And then we'll have a new one coming up. I didn't do much with the experts. Intel card, we'll just make those claims. All right, crystal reactivation. To me, this is always worth it because it's worth it for the gamble. It's technically speaking, not necessarily any better value than the other packs. However, what happens with crystal reactivation is that you end up having, let's see, claim that. I'll grab all this. What happens is if you get lucky with the chests, you can end up having a better value. And so, we always need the fire crystals, so I'm going to buy those. And let's see if we get any, let's see what kind of luck we get tonight. So let's grab what we can. And then open the chests and see if I get lucky. Grab these all. All right, so I think we got them all, right? Sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. All right, so we're good on this. And let's just go to the backpack quick since I just bought those, and we'll see what happens with those. Just clear some of these out. So this is from dailies. While I'm in here, I'll just grab these. I'll leave the Lucky Hero Gear chest alone for now. See, this is the speed up, so I'm looking pretty good with speed ups. I mean, look at the research speed ups, look at the construction speed ups. Troop training's a little lower than it needs to be, but I do have a pretty good amount of general speed up, so I think we're looking pretty good. And I don't want to overspend on troop training also, so. All right, let's clear this and see if we can get any luck there. No luck there. Clear these out while I'm in here. All right, now here we go. I talked about this before. Like, essentially, if I get anything better than 10, so on average 10, then I'm doing pretty good, because you got like a set, what is that? 70, 82% chance of getting a 5 or a 10. So in my way of thinking about this, if I get anything better than 170, then I've had good luck. So let's see if I get better than 170. 200. All right, that's pretty good. That's not crazy luck, but that's good. That's better than 170. That's better than 10 per chest on average. So that'll drive up the value that I got from the deal. So I'm good with that. That's good. All right. And let's see. That's the deal section. Dreamscape Memories. My my favorite event to hate on. let's see. I think I misspoke last night. I think I said something about going to level 12 or 13. I can't recall because it's been a while since I played this, but I think where I have trouble getting, what I meant was level 8, because usually I think I get to level 8 and I can't get past like level 8, 10, or 12. I think that's where I get hung up. I don't know if I ever made it to level 9. I don't think I've made it all the way through level 10. I'll try to pay more attention this time. I genuinely don't pay that much attention to this event because I just kind of grind it through as best I can. As you can see, after a couple days, and I didn't try to play it aggressively here, I'm just about to start level 7. And I think what's going to happen is I'll get stuck around I'll probably get through level 7, and then I'll get stuck somewhere around like level 8, 10 or something. So I think I said last night level 10, but what I meant was, I think I meant 8-10, because this is kind of like where I get stuck. So, but we'll do it. We'll just keep on grinding it best we can, because it is an event with some value ultimately, but it's just, I just don't do well in it, and therefore it's not my favorite game. Let's take a look at Kasha's Wish House. So, I did forget to grab this chest last night, so we'll grab that chest, and while we're in there, I'm going to do this just ad hoc because I don't want to forget. But basically what you want to do is grab this for the mithril. If you're grabbing it for anything else, you're doing it wrong. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. So you grab it for the mithril. So there we go, got 24 mithril now. And now my mithril, between these couple events that have happened over the past couple days from the last SVS, mithril's actually not looking too bad. So that's looking pretty good right now. I think we're going to have a nice SVS push with that amount of mithril sitting in the bank. So, let's come back to the Wish House. Let's grab some more of these tickets. I did do my daily grind, so we should be good on that. Again, I've said this before, if you're not a whale and you're not a content creator, you probably don't want to do what I'm doing. You probably don't want to buy up to the $100 mark every day, because the real value comes in the mithril. So I've already unlocked all the mithril. I already bought it all from the shop. The reason I'm doing it is twofold. Number one, because I'm a content creator. It's kind of fun to see how my luck can be. And number two, because these little lucky pouches are nice to distribute to, the Alliance, and sometimes they go to World Chat. So that's the reason I'm doing it. But if you want to be super efficient about it, don't do it that way. Don't do it that way. Instead, look in like maybe Tone's spreadsheet or something like that. There's a way that you can buy it where you just barely unlock everything you need to, and therefore you get maximum value, because the real value comes out of the mithril. So let's see what Kasia, if I'm calling her Kasha all night tonight, let's see what Kasia is going to give me tonight when I call her by her proper name. By the name I think she wants to be called, because I called her Kasia yesterday and she didn't give me anything. But let's see what happens if I call her Kasia tonight. Here we go. All right. I think I saw, did I? Yeah, I saw at least a 125. All right. Oh, and another 125. Nice. All right. Did I get anything on that one? I didn't see before it went away. Nothing on that one? No. Busted on that one. All right, let's see what I can get on the special one. 125. Man, I don't think she likes being called Kasha or Kasia tonight. She's just fed up with me. Oh, man. All right. Oh, 250. All right, I'll take that. Come on. Come on, Kasha. Oh, no. Yeah, I can have another bad Kasha run tonight. Let's see. Let's turn it around right here. 125 again. Man. She's not happy. Not happy with me. So you guys got me calling her Kasia yesterday. Now she is upset, all right? And she's taking it out on me. That's your fault. Everybody who told me to call her Kasia, that's your fault. That's on you, all right? I'm blaming you. I think I got 2 corners on this one. 2 low corners, but... All right, 125, 250. Come on. Hey, all right. I think I saw 375 in there. All right, 375 and a 125. All right, that's not horrible. I'll take it. And can I get a 625? Can I just get one 625 to show me that you care? No, 125. It's to show you that I don't. She said, I'm going to show you that I don't care. All right, I'm going to just end there. I think we can save these tickets, right? These tickets are savable. It doesn't usually, if you can't save them, it'll say that. So I'll just leave it. It's not hurting anything there, and there's not going to be any help in me doing one spin, right? Is there? I don't think so. Let's do it. Let's see. No, I got a stone. All right. All right, I cleared them all out. And now the question is, what am I gonna spend all those on? And now the dilemma begins. Now, I didn't check Torxum website. I'm gonna check it. I think I'll check it tomorrow. I got too much going on tonight. I am still in this mode of doing a speed run because I'm not feeling 100%, and I am still working on the podcast project. So I don't want to be doing too much homework tonight. But we do got one more day on this, so we'll have a little more content tomorrow. I'll tell you what I'm buying tomorrow and why. It's probably going to be, I don't know. I'm thinking it's going to be speed ups and chief charms, but I got to look at the spreadsheet. The value was like after the mythic general hero shards, like the values, they were all kind of all not great. So it's like, it's Sophie's choice almost. It's like picking among all the worst options. So, all right, we'll leave that like it is for now. Let's just make sure it cleared out the backpack quickly. Oh, all right, got a mythic on that. Nice. And 51,000 gems, not bad. All right. So let's see. What else do we have tonight? We do have another lab, but I don't feel like doing this on camera because I haven't really been pushing anything. There's nothing that's going to change from the last time. So I'll just run the ratios as best I can. Of course, I'll take my basic raid claims, and I'll run them as best I can, but they're not going to do anything. It's just random luck at this point if I happen to do a little better. But I'm so far, like I've already had the random luck, so not going to do much on that. All right, and the last thing, let's just take a look at what we got going on with the hero gear. Here's what things are looking like, and I'm going to have to make some decisions for next SVS. Start planning that what I really want to push. There is something I wanted to show though. I have to do some Essence Stone work again tonight, and I'm going to do one of the lower level Essence Stones. Now, the reason for the Essence Stone work, someone asked me last night, like, why do you bother doing that if you can't use the Mithril on them? And the answer is, if you look carefully here, if you look at what happens, look at this right here. You see this? The Troop Mastery gives you stats right there. That's plus 170% gear stats. So even though you can't push, you need it to empower certain levels. You need it to unlock empowerment. But even without empowerment, by just doing the forging, you're actually getting the gear strength up. So it's not, for nothing. But the only reason I'm doing one of the alt things here is because I want to I want to try to do the minimal amount that still gives me some benefit. So the minimal amount for SVS purposes that's not going to take away too many stones, while pushing some gear with stats that I want. So basically the gauntlets on the Lancer is pushing health up a little bit, and since I'm trying to build for tanking and defense, that's why I'm doing that. So I'll just grab that, and that should be enough, I think, to get me my points. Let's check it out. Oh, it popped another Hero Gear Mastery. Where is it? Yeah, that was enough to get my basic points for King of Icefield, so I get my medals, and we move on. And, man, it's so hard to ignore this. I've been spending so much on Hero Gear Mastery. Every time I pop one of these, I do the Hero Gear Mastery. Oh, man, it's just, you need so much over time, so I'll grab it. So let's just take a look at what that did for if we were able to get any lucky Hero Gear chests. One. Whoop. Oh, I clicked too fast. Sorry. I might have got more than one, but we don't know. We'll never know now. I was trying to scroll up and I missed it. All right. That's what we got going on. Put that in the tank. Take a look at the resources one more time. Steel, I'm a little worried about for this push, but I think I'm going to have an opportunity to buy some steel. That's why I'm not overly worried about it. But that's what's going on with steel. And did I show that? Yeah, the other speed ups I think I showed. Maybe not after I did the purchase, but there we go. All right, last thing we have is the VIP section. And let's take a look at what's going on here. I did put all those in the bank already. We're over 1 million now. We're over 1 million VIP now, so that's looking good, but this is going to sit here for a little while. because I think I'm going to wait until I get to 2 million, and then I'll do another run at the frost sphere, and we'll put some more of those in the tank and see where we're at. It's going to be a little while though. I think I calculated I need at least 4 million, probably something more like 5 million to get there. So 2 million is just kind of like another drop in the bucket in the journey, and it's quite a bit of spend to get there. So it's going to be a little while. Be patient though. I'm trying to, maximum power per dollar. That's my focus. My focus isn't globe. My focus is on maximum power per dollar. So if you want to continue to see this journey, if you like my presentation style here, the way I talk and the way I present stuff on the channel, if you want to continue to see where things go with the power and how I develop and evolve as a player, there's only a couple things I want to ask you to do to help me out. Number one, do check out the new podcast and submit a story if there's something that you think is interesting. Anything, I want to hear it all. I want to hear it all. So let me pick and choose, but don't be shy about it. Go ahead and drop me a story. It's your opportunity to tell some of these stories and help other people out. The other thing is join the Discord. Check the link in the video description. You'll see the Discord. It's a great community there. People are helping each other out, and not only just fans, they're actually helping each other out with gameplay and strategy and advice and stuff as well. So it's a great community. Just have to click that link and you can join the Discord. And most simply, the easiest thing you could do is tell other people about this channel so that they might check it out and they might become a subscriber as well. And then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so that way whenever I post anything, you'll be the first one to know about it. Thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, I'll see you later.